So today we are combining what we learned about addition and subtraction of positive and negative numbers. Let's read the problem and create a mental movie of what is going on in this problem. Create an equation and a number line diagram to model each answer. Samantha owes her father $7. She just got paid $5.50 for babysitting. If she gives that money to her dad, how much will she still owe him? Okay, so now that we have read the problem, it has given us guidance on what to use for our draw feature of read, draw, write. It says that it wants us to create an equation as well as a number line. So since it's suggesting that we use a number line, this then makes sense because we know we can use a number line as our draw feature that can show us the direction we are moving when we add or subtract positive and negative numbers. So I'm going to draw out my number line with 0 in the middle. So it's like we're starting with number 2. 0 in the middle. So let's look at the problem once more. If she owes her father $7, does that number represent a positive or a negative amount of money? Well, to owe anyone money means that you are in the negatives. So let's represent that on the number line. So when you owe money, that is negative. In fact, let me change the color to a number that we see when we are in debt, negative. So I'm going to go 7 directions or 7 spaces to the left or in the negative direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have landed at -7. And so now that she got paid $5.50 for babysitting, it then says that she gives that money to her dad. So she's like paying him back now. So how much will she still owe him? Okay, so she's paying off her debt, then that means she's reducing the amount of money she owes him and is now moving into the positive direction. Well, how many spaces is she moving? She's moving 5.5. So let's go ahead and show that in our number line. So we're going to go backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then half of 1. Okay, so I know that's halfway between -1 and -2 because we moved in the positive direction 5.5 or 5.50. So where did we end up at? So if I change my highlighter color, we ended up right in the middle of -1 and -2. And I know that's -1.5. That's directly in the middle or halfway between -1 and -2. So now that we have the number line drawn out, and now we know how much money she still owes her dad, she owes him $1.50. Let's go ahead and write that in a sentence. She still owes dad $1.50, right? We showed on the number line the owing of $7, the paying back of $5.50, but she still has a negative amount that she owes him. More specifically, is $1.50. All right. So we have the number line drawn out, and we have the answer to the question. Now let's just write an equation to represent what we just did. Well, we started out with -7, right? So let's go to number 1. We started out with a -7. And then we increased or we added $5.50 to our -7. And our final answer that we got was -1.50. So -7 plus $5.50 equals -$1.50. We could also double check that by solving this equation to see if we get the same answer as we did represented on our number line. So if I draw a tic-tac-toe chart off to the side, okay, just to remind me of my steps when I have integer operations. So if I rewrote my problem as if I didn't know the answer, I see that we have a negative being added with a positive. So that is telling me that we need to subtract these signs together, these numbers together, and keep the sign of the bigger number. So $7 minus $5.50, remembering to line up our decimal points, and we get $1.50. And then what number is bigger, 7 or 5.5? It is 7. So we have a negative sign on our answer. And so we've checked that we got the same answer as we did on our number line, which makes sense because we owed more money than what we paid back. And 7 is actually bigger than 5.50, so our answer will then remain negative. This is also the answer that we saw on the number line, so we have almost like triple checked our answer that it's correct. So we're going to write Our answer down.